All you have to do is close your eyes and listen.
Welcome to episode 15 of TSGG Chat. I'm your host, Kevin Bork. We've got a great show this week. We're going to talk about some news, Assassins Creed Odyssey, Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, everything we know about these games. But first, make sure you head over to tsgg.online and become a member of the group. You'll be kept up to date with our newsletter, and you'll also get a nice welcome gift. And best of all, it's completely free. Also follow us on Twitter at TheSosGG and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Now, in order to get the show started, let's meet our panel.
Hey there.
Hello.
He normally introduces us, but I'm
Not this
Brennon, that's Kevin.
It's me, Jake.
That's Brett and Jake.
Kevin.
And
Welcome.
You
great
just
to have
pointed
you
at
guys
me
here
and
with
said
us
Brett.
again.
This week's podcast is a little different because we are recording at 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah, this is a tough one this week.
So,
Bear with us, people.
thanks for listening.
We're doing our best.
I'm warning you now so that you don't have to listen to the rest. But thank you for clicking on it anyway. And, hopefully you enjoy the rest of it because it's been going to be a wild ride.
So, gentlemen, what have you guys been playing?
Well, that's neither of the topics. But okay.
You didn't mention that at the top, but let's talk about it. RuneScape.
RuneScape and RuneScape alone.
Let
And
me tell
how's
you what I've done in
RuneScape
the
for
last
you?
3
So
weeks
what's
on
Brett
RuneScape.
been playing the last 3 weeks? That's still RuneScape, and he's still making cannonballs.
Still making cannons.
We're going to move
Still?
past that.
That's money.
Okay, thanks for the update.
What else have you been playing?
Have you been playing anything else?
Overwatch?
Oh, yeah, I have been playing Overwatch again. Still terrible. Brigitte, still broken.
Overwatch.
Yeah, just as a Tracer main, though. She's fine. Everything else, it's just, I don't like her. But
So,
Still terrible.
but you have mentioned that you are switching from Tracer.
I did switch off of her after the nerfs. Specifically for team comp, my first game, I switched over to Reaper because we were playing a lot of tanks. And then I was like, wow, this rework of Reaper is insane. So now I'm a Reaper main again, which I was first season. And he's just so tanky. He's got 250 HP, which is more than all the other DPS characters at the beginning. And then his self heal is kind of wild. So yeah, I'm playing him again, and he just destroys tanks. There's nothing. It's not fair against the tank. So
You said
Or
that
Squiffy.
his teleportation. No, that's not correct.
Wraith.
Is
not
it?
his
Is it teleportation?
His
What is it?
Wraith.
Oh, the Wraith.
His Wraith form now is very fast, whereas before it was very slow, and you can also click it on and off. So you don't have to use the whole Wraith, whereas before you had to. So you were kind of set distance. This one you can turn off when you want to.
Whereas before.
And this is
set
actually, this
distance.
rework has been quite a while. It's been in. I've just I played in my first season, never went back. Just because he's kind of, he doesn't fit a lot of team comps, or he's looked down upon in team comps because he doesn't have a lot of range. He's kind of situational. But with the new rework, he's excellent. I think you can play him in pretty much any comp, and he's going to do well, especially if you're facing like a Roadhog or an Orisa Rhine. It's just, he does so much damage to them, and he hits, you can't miss a shot basically because they're so big, and it just does so much damage. So it's pretty fun.
Anybody else here still playing Overwatch?
I haven't played Overwatch in a very long time. Last time I played was with Brett, so I miss it.
Had to carry him.
Oh, yeah.
He plays Roadhog.
First of all,
Poorly.
Nah, he's
Who's
got pretty
who's in the meta right now? Anyway,
Brigitte, Zenyatta.
when is Zenyatta? Never.
Hamster.
he's been
Hammond
since
is
the
new
beginning,
meta
hasn't
'cause
he?
he's almost impossible to kill. Rhine or Orisa are always going to be in the meta. Divas. Pharaoh's in the meta just because if they don't have hit scan, you're not going to kill her.
Is Symmetra in there?
You see quite a few Symmetra players, but basically it's harder. So they made her turrets throwable, which you would think it makes it easier for her, but they float through the air to their position, and everybody sees them and just immediately shoots them because they do immense damage still. But like, instead of if they're set up early like they used to be, they're still annoying because they just melt squishies. But now with her rework, a lot of people use them. They'll just throw them in combat, and everybody just watches this. They don't like shoot while they're flying, and you just watch this thing fly across the screen and land, and then you're like, oh, bang, and it never even gets to shoot. So you see a lot of her because of her
Hack.
new ult. That's not Symmetra. Her new ult is a shield, like a big wall that blocks off points.
Sombra.
And that makes
That's what I was thinking
Yep,
of.
that makes her pretty useful there on point maps. But
Wait, she had another rework?
yeah. Her teleport now is one of her skills. She sets up a teleporter. It's not as long as it was before. It doesn't like reach. She basically sets it up on 2 points. It doesn't set up on. It's not her ultimate anymore.
That's very strange.
She's all right. You don't see a lot of her. She's very squishy. She does a lot of damage though still. So I don't know. She's just very situational now. Whereas before any defense map, she was pretty decent. Now she's just kind of points map. She's pretty useful, but other than that, not much.
So what about you, Jake?
Playing games? Oh, I've been playing Monster Hunter World to get back into it.
How's that been going?
Oh, well, it's I just realized.
He's a nub.
He wasn't good at it when he actually
First
played the
of
game
all,
for
I was
170
okay
hours.
at it.
Essentially, he just climbed up there on my shoulders and had me carry him to victory.
Is that true?
It's called a backpack.
Did he carry you?
No.
Yes, we did.
He's straight up lying to your faces.
No,
right now.
we were a team.
It was live on my stream.
He was a
Us
team.
carrying him.
He was kind of the water boy.
We want to use the
I'm
sports.
sorry.
analogy.
I'm sorry, hydration technician.
Let's be exact here.
I kept you hydrated.
I appreciate it while I
Nah,
killed
he
them
just
dragons.
used the longsword. So he picked the most impossible to hit with weapon at the very beginning, and kind of stuck with it because we were all doing
Okay,
that.
no. Let's be clear here. Impossible to hit the thing you're trying to
Okay,
kill.
yeah,
if you're
sorry.
trying to smack your teammates to the ground, it's a very good sword.
So he picked
Works
that and was kind of
wonders.
riding with it. As soon as he switched, he did well, but we were all just at the beginning. We were like, "Oh, this is a cool weapon," and we all just kind of rode with what we were using.
Looking
was a bad
at my
decision for Jake.
inventory for my long swords, I have over 15 or like 13 long
He
swords.
also didn't specialize. He didn't try and push his weapon to the max. He just kept switching between them, which what I did, I killed 46 Rathaloses in a row until I had the max in that tree, and then I killed whatever I needed to get the max.
Nergigante.
in
Yeah,
the
but
next tree.
that's the same for what I did. I literally maxed out every single tree
Yeah,
I
but
could get.
yeah, exactly. He had every tree,
Yeah, almost.
which is why
every.
he was always broke. He had no money ever.
Yeah, and now I still have the sword and shield, which I've almost maxed out for the Nergigante stuff, and I have the gun lance, which is superb. Love the gun lance.
The Nergigante gun lance.
I forgot what that's called.
That was the next weapon I wanted to learn.
It's so fun.
kept playing after we stopped
Yeah.
for a little bit.
Yeah.
Were you so the Final Fantasy crossover? Have you done any of that?
I tried it.
Is it just the behemoth,
No,
or is there
it's-
more
it's-
to it?
The first thing that you have to do is a Kuliaku, which becomes like crystallized. Like it grabs a crystal from Final Fantasy, and
So it's like a chocobo.
it just continuously gets larger to the point where it's bigger than like an Anjanath. And then you
That's
have to
pretty cool.
try to beat it, but every single time it's like, you know how the Kuliaku holds an
You
egg
say
and it eats.
try to beat it?
I fought it alone and I died, but
It's embarrassing.
It's a Kuliaku.
But instead of having the egg,
But
it
it
has
was
that
a-
crystal,
it was a
and every
big
once in a while, when you
Kuliaku.
beat it too close to death, it literally will go, I'm going to use this crystal to get bigger and heal my health back. So it was a pretty...
That's pretty cool.
You know what would fix that? Charge axe to the head. Courtesy of me.
Well, you're not there.
When you put me back up onto my back.
When you put him back up onto his own back.
I apologize for that.
Some course
When you climb your
contortionist
way
stuff.
back up onto my back.
I don't...
But yeah, I'm going to try and get back into that soon, too.
It's hard,
It'll be
dude.
back on the YouTube.
We
so
literally... I'm not going to stress this. Like, when me, Brett, and Brennan, Kevin, you were there
I need you to
off and on.
rearrange that sentence because you put yourself first, and that's not how
Brennan
English
and I.
works.
It's X amount. It's late. So
the problem with Kevin,
X amount.
well,
What were you going?
I'm tired.
the problem
Hold
with
on. Yeah, what's the problem with me?
with Kevin coming in was that we had already put 140 hours into the game.
You guys were done
and
with
then
the
he
game.
jumped in, and we were like, "Oh, see you later." On to the
Well,
next
no, we
one.
were
Pretty much.
like Kevin, let's push you up, and then we're like Kevin, let's watch you fall back down.
Yeah.
Code
So
for Higarbo.
180
quit.
hours I put into it so far.
Brennan and I were at 240 by the time
Insane.
we stopped in the first 2 weeks.
Absolutely not.
I can honestly say I didn't prefer that method because I didn't really get to experience the game. It was just rush me through it, and you just carried me through it. And I would prefer to never play like that again, honestly.
Yeah, I don't blame you at all. The problem was that if you were behind, it kind of just made it hard
Yeah.
I did.
for anybody because like you can't go on the same hunts as us. You can't like it just made it hard to play with people who didn't have 140 hours in the game.
Yeah,
basically.
because I was pretty much useless.
right.
I'm sitting there. I want to fight these monsters,
And
but
you're
I
a
can't.
one shot.
Yeah.
And we're like, just stay back. We got this.
Especially
this
if you
is
had like
fun.
200
Get your
deaths.
carves, Kev.
And
You
we'll
just
get-
stand over there.
Yeah, so that was not a.
And so I've been playing that intermittently because a buddy of mine just got a PlayStation 4, and he also bought Monster Hunter World. So I'm like, yeah, let's play that. Which I have a recorded Let's Play of us playing for the.
So
he
look
is-
for that to come out.
Yep, that's coming.
We're
So
going to do that next week.
yeah, sure.
Well, that's the one he's talking about is with him, but we're gonna have a multi. What do you want to call it?
All four of us.
Perspective. So you're gonna see it from 3 separate perspectives on the video.
That would be.
It's gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm ready for that.
All the same gameplay, but from each of our perspectives.
TBD for that one, because that's going to take some technical
I like
know-how
that,
on
yeah.
that one. We'll have to
A little bit of.
monkey around
It's
with
a
that
little
until
bit
we
of
figure
time and
that
effort.
out.
I already figured it out. I got it.
So-
it's
We're
the
good.
same thing as
Okay,
a
give
group.
us a date, Kevin.
The date will be 2019.
Call us Sony.
When's next gen come out?
Call us Sony.
Oh, nice one.
Shot
I
at
like that.
Sony.
I've been.
That was a good shot.
Other than that, I've been playing Smite a little bit.
Oh, all right, moving on.
And I played .hack GU for a little bit.
Hey, tell us about the VR you're going to be
Didn't you
doing
take a
here
video?
soon.
Huh?
Tell us about the VR.
You doing some VR?
I
So-
have been playing VR.
Tell me about the VR game you're going to be doing here soon.
Tell us about it, Jake. What is the
Um,
title of said VR game?
Well, we were going to do Outlast, but it turns out Outlast does not do VR capable for the PlayStation 4. So
That's not
Really?
the one I was talking about anyway.
That's
Which
the
one?
I was
Resident Evil
talking
7?
about, unfortunately.
Which one
It
do you
is.
hold up
Wait, I
across
thought that
the-
was
oh,
VR
The
though.
Exorcist
Yes.
Was it? It's not VR.
for Outlast.
Outlast?
It is definitely not for the PlayStation.
Was
Just
it
for
like
PC?
Oculus or?
It's definitely
Was
for,
it?
yeah. I mean, I would not want to play it on any of them with. So I'm.
I
pretty-
pressured him into this. by the way.
I'm a giant wuss when it comes to these types of games.
That
Not
is
as
putting
wussy
it
as some other
lightly.
people, but
Yes, I'm far worse than he is. You should have seen my Resident Evil 7 playthrough.
No, you shouldn't have because I
Because I
witnessed
got
it
to the
and
house and
wanted
shut it
to
off, so that was a quick playthrough.
Disown him as
it was well.
my brother.
I started playing because I brought recording equipment over to Slen's because we were going to record together. Because
Yeah.
at that point he has all
Was
the VR
Slen there
equipment.
with you the whole time?
Yeah, he was holding.
I
my
could-
holding
hand.
your hand. Oh,
I
my
could
God,
do
I
that.
almost got it in before you said it. I
Almost.
was so close.
See, I could do that.
So
He had
I
headphones on, was ignoring me. Couldn't
I
do
was
it.
playing Overwatch at the time. Actually,
so well I had headphones on because
The
he wanted
VR.
me to have the surround sound.
No, that's not okay.
That is not okay. So I brought the microphone over, but it turns out I missed some of the microphone equipment. So
On
we did
accident.
not record that day, but we will because on accident. It was definitely an accident because I completely forgot about
Wait,
it.
is it Resident Evil 7 VR just came out, didn't it?
Mm.
There you go.
I did start playing that just to kind of see how it was, and it's
and he
it's-
stopped.
it
is
is
what he
not
said.
really
what,
that fun.
What VR came out?
Resident Evil 7.
7.
on PS4.
It's been out for a little while.
It's been out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
but he's
here-
going to be playing it.
here's I played a little bit of it. So here's my like first like thoughts on it. It's the graphics is dumbed down so much because they had to make it VR capable. So it's not the same experience as it was on.
Do you think next version of VR is going to be?
Full dive.
I don't
Like-
think it's gonna be full dive.
You think it'll be?
It's not
4K?
gonna be full dive. Okay, it's not.
I think
sword art.
to be.
2030, full dive. Calling it.
I don't think it's gonna be that long.
Oh no way. Do you think
So-
it'll be? Do you think it'll be 4K though?
I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a lot more capable than it is now because right now.
But do you
But-
think these current consoles could run a 4K version of VR? Or is that something that's next gen?
Xbox One
think
X
it's
might
next
be
year.
able to with its power.
I wanna
That,
say
that
it's
would be
next
the
year.
only.
I would say
that would be
that
the
would
only.
be
one
Now the
close.
Xbox
But
can
they
do
don't
the
do-
Oculus Rift, but you
Yeah,
have
but
to
they
do it
don't.
through a computer and have some pretty funky stuff set up.
Xbox has nothing to do with VR. They don't.
But you can.
But you can with the Oculus.
You definitely
just
can.
through your PC hooked
Yeah,
up to the Xbox.
It's a weird setup, but you can do it. I've also
It's something they've never dabbled with because I think when you look at it, like you're saying,
It still
the
hasn't taken
graphics
off,
come out so
to
cheesy.
be fair, it's still a very small market.
So
Well,
I mean,
bit
I
of
hope it
news
does, 'cause
talking
I want
about
full
VR.
life.
Sony did announce that they have hit 3 million units sold, which is a pretty large number.
that's huge.
Yeah, but when you think about that, you have to consider
80
what are
million
they
consoles.
talking about when
That would be
when they're
4% of their market.
when they're saying that they've hit 3 million VR because
Good
they've had
maths.
so many generations of VR now. Are they saying total?
No, they haven't.
Didn't
No.
they have one before this?
No.
I thought
They had the
did.
Move, and then
Yeah, I think that's like the biggest drawback for me.
Oh, it took
with
them years to sell that
Sony's-
many copies.
the Move actually.
Sony's VR.
If like I like the Move a lot, like the Move sticks. The
don't.
only thing I don't like about them is knowing where the buttons are because they don't show you. So
That's why I'm not
that's
playing VR
old
until
tech.
it's full dive. So
It's
I
old
can
tech.
use my
I
brain.
agree. They should do it similar to
Well,
what
it's
they
the
have for
Wii.
the Vive and the
Yeah.
and
Well, yeah, that was their answer for the Wii. They came out with
Yeah.
the Move. I remember when at E3 they came out with a display for they were introducing the Move,
Mhm.
and we had the fucking Harry Potter Wonder Book demonstration that took seriously half hour. A half hour of the show was these guys up on stage moving around with these sticks and shit.
And
Nobody
everybody
knew what the
said,
fuck that
"Wow,
was.
that
Look
looks
at
like
how
the Wii."
beautiful these
Worse
books are. Look
than
at
Mr.
me.
Caffeine.
No. Yeah.
Nothing. That's
What about Caffeine 2.0?
No.
So, anyways,
he
so
wasn't even as bad as the original.
No, he
the thing
wasn't.
about Slen with the VR is he knew that I hate scary games. So what he did was just he now has a whole library of scary games. We have the full Exorcist game when it comes out piece by piece.
If you
And then-
recall, Slun is new Jake from several episodes back.
Yes, and Paranormal Activity, Resident Evil 7, and there's gonna be a couple more. after
Paranormal
that.
Activity is a video game.
Yes, and I don't.
Isn't-
like it. I don't
Isn't
like it.
is Prey VR?
I think it.
I think it is.
I think it is too, and they
I
also
think
have
Prey
Doom
is.
VR
that
too.
easy. Ooh.
They what?
Would you?
Doom VR.
Prey?
Would you really
He
Yeah.
played through Prey a lot.
Destroyed Prey.
in VR though?
Yeah.
By yourself?
It's an arcane game.
It's
just
a lot
You're,
different.
you're okay with that one?
Prey's not really scary.
It's
But
just
the-
jump
it's the
scares.
It's just a
mimics,
girl.
right?
I mean,
it's just mimics
first of all,
jumping out
I
at
could
you.
beat Resident Evil 7. Don't call me, don't compare me. But
You didn't beat Prey.
no,
I don't
didn't-
understand your thought
the-
process.
but the reason that
I've
I-
done it before, but let me really quick reenact Jake streaming Prey. Something moved in that corner. Oh fuck. Something moved in the other corner. Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck.
I wasn't.
Give me the wrench. I need the wrench. Something moved in that corner. By the way, the mimics don't attack very often.
No, I'm and the thing about that is
Only if you get close.
that's a little bit of an exaggeration.
No, it's not.
Because
I mean, that sounded.
clipped it.
That was
The only-
basically
I clipped
Alien
it there.
Isolation.
the only thing I don't like about Prey
was
is that it
actually
was
a
so
straight
expansive. Like Prey is huge, so when they start you
Right.
off
It's not that big of a game.
Well, what he's saying
what I mean is
that there's many choices. Like
expansive in the sense that I don't have a
there's stuff all
Resident
around
Evil
you.
7. I have a path that's very linear. I go
Correct.
this way, do this, and continue to do this, and then say, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck.
See, that's the thing. Maybe that's why I can do Prey so easily.
made a
because
song.
Games like that, I can get to places, I can get OP super quick and just destroy everything.
Yeah,
So-
in Resident Evil 7, it was
It gives you a
conserving
gun.
ammo and
55
praying to
minutes
God.
into the game.
See, that's why I couldn't do Resident Evil. I
But-
couldn't fight back.
Yeah, 7. They went back to the survival aspect instead
Yes.
of the arcade.
So I played The Exorcist. I played all through the Exorcist games that they have currently. It's not really that exciting. Like, because for one, they don't
Oh, he
explain
threw the
shit to you.
cross.
Oh, I held that cross right tight to me all day long. I was like, this cross is going to be my friend. I've killed many a demon with this cross. It's my buddy. Like,
Ask him about what happened the first time he had the cross and he didn't know what he was
look,
doing.
I heard that story.
I threw it.
Can you tell me?
Throwing it.
Take it.
Can you tell me, having watched horror movies, you felt like throwing the cross was the way to go rather than
I was
holding it?
thinking Ninja Star at that moment.
Oh.
Didn't work out so well, did it?
horror
Ninja
movies
Star
have you actually
Exorcist. He was thinking. You ever
Ninja
watched
Star Exorcist.
any horror movies?
Yeah.
With a priest in them? Because they
The priest should have been like, you know what?
Generally,
This
they got
thing's
the
charged with
Bible
holy
left
power. I
hand.
might as well just toss this shit.
even cross right
Constantine
hand.
knew to hold the cross, and he killed everything.
Now I played
God, we could have such a good Constantine movie.
that.
That'd be so nice.
Would
That'd be a
great.
fun game.
I want to see him in Injustice 2. Nevertheless, and then I played a little bit of Paranormal Activity,
I want
and
to see Raven in Injustice.
that game's
2.
pretty funky.
Nice.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I've been doing. Everything.
Oh, you've been a busy man.
I've been pretty busy. Yeah.
All right.
How about yourself, Kev?
Me, I've been playing one game only.
Save the best for last.
that?
Octopath Traveler.
I won.
How's that been going?
It is fantastic.
Hit that end game yet?
I have not hit the end game yet.
Have
so-
you escaped your fears that we discussed?
Yeah, actually, I'm just gonna save that for a further discussion.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't have any more fears about this game.
Good.
This is a fantastic game.
Well, I'm going to use this because we're not talking about it. I'm going to use it to plug our video that's coming where I personally unboxed Octopath Traveler, the Wayfarer's Edition.
You did.
And you'll see that on the YouTube, and that's youtube.com/The Society. Check it out.
When is that video gonna post?
We don't know.
It's TBD.
Could be tomorrow.
It could be.
It could be Monday. It could be Tuesday. It could
You want it to be
Wednesday.
Monday?
Monday it is.
These people won't hear it by Monday, but it'll be up when
It'll
you
be
hear
up
this.
2
How
days
about
before this
next
post.
Monday?
Go to youtube.com/The Society and check out that unboxing video.
And
You'll probably find
if you
it.
don't
And
want to
all
go
our
to the
other
URL and you
videos.
want to do it on the app, it's TSGG The Society is the keyword search. It'll bring us right up.
Ooh.
Nice. Yeah, so that's the only game I have been playing because this is a 100-hour game, so I'm trying to
100-hour game.
as much
100 hour per path, or is it 100 hour total?
as total.
That's because that was one of the
That
questions
makes
we
me
had.
sadder.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, 100 hours in a game
Yeah, it's still
today
insane.
is
Like for
It's wild.
okay, so just a little bit. When you select your character,
Mhm.
that's your starting character.
Right.
You go around and get the others. So, and you get all of their stories as if you would have started with them, and you have the option to watch their beginning stories, or you can skip them,
Mhm.
which it's up to you. But I watched some, and then I skipped others. It's just which characters you bond with, really. And most of their stories, their stories have levels.
Mhm.
So the level 1, level 2, level 3. And as you go up
Thank
in
you
those
for
levels
that
of the stories,
expansive description of levels.
no,
level
that's
1, level 2, level
like
3.
level 1
Sometimes
stories.
there's 4
You
of it.
do
Right.
them. What I meant by that is the level 1 stories, you do those as low level characters.
Mhm.
Level 2 story jumps right up to like level 22 you need to be before you even go do those. So you got to do some grinding.
Do they give you a notice to say
It tells
Yes.
you.
Okay.
Yeah, it tells you what you should be before you go. It tells you what level you should be every place, every zone. When you discover things like a cave, there could be a hidden cave in the map you come across. Before you walk into that cave, it'll tell you on the screen your recommended level
oh, is
before
that
you
for
go
that,
in there.
right?
I've come across some that were when I was level 13, I think it said recommended level 22. Others said recommended level 45. So I didn't go in there, but I did go in level 22 and I did some grinding in there. I actually did go in the level 45 one and it was one shot kill. So
It was a
I
mistake.
didn't go back in because there's no way of
The truth comes out.
grinding, but 7 levels lower I was able to grind in that, so that was a good range, I guess.
What level are you now?
We're going to talk about that in a further because I'm getting close, so
Oh?
I'm thinking next episode we can do the review for it.
How
So
close are you?
I'm pretty close.
Anyways, Brennan, what are you?
I
what are
think
you
I'm pretty
playing?
close.
Fairly unsettled right now, but moving past that, recently I've been playing.
I 100% forgot you hadn't gone yet. And now I'm glad I did. And that I went to Kevin first. Wow. But go ahead. Please tell us.
To tender my resignation.
Thank God.
But anywho, recently I've been sick, as you guys know from the last podcast, so haven't been playing a lot. Mostly just slept on my couch. That was fun. But before that, I put about 100 hours into Final Fantasy 12, which Kevin was kind enough to lend me. As you know, if you've listened in the past, I'm not a big Final Fantasy guy, so I was pleasantly surprised playing that game. It's the Zodiac Age Edition, so it is remastered back in 2017.
I'm pretty sure that I forced that upon you.
Yes, he made me take it. But it's a fun game. I did a lot of RNG exploitation for it, honestly, which pretty easy to do. Definitely look into it. Makes the game very easy.
I mean, they put it in the game for a reason.
Exactly. But without that, though, game's decently challenged, pretty balanced. Some of the hidden bosses are obviously a lot harder than the main story bosses are going to be. Might be doing a rewind that in the Might be doing a rewind on that in the future here. Keep an eye out for that. Do we have a date for that one, or is that going to be
That
TBD?
one's going to be a TBD.
There you go. So I gotta take that. So I played some of that. I've been playing some Madden, which really I just do when I don't want to do anything else and just want to waste time. Really,
So it's one of those games you just want to relax.
No,
not even that.
No, because he hates his life.
I just want time to move. Is what that is. I'm gonna be starting Ni no Kuni 2: The Revenant Kingdom here pretty soon. Another game Kevin has lended me.
Lent. Trash can English right now. This is our
It's fine.
our
They get
publisher,
it.
by the way.
They know what he means.
It is.
I've been awake for 23 hours now.
No
I
one
don't
cares
care about your opinions.
It's all good, man. Just
Correct.
let it flow.
So yeah, I'm going to be starting Ni no Kuni, which Jake actually found a nice farming spot pretty early on in the game, so I'll be hitting that up.
Oh man, you're gonna love it.
Yeah, when I get back into that one, because that's in my backlog, I'm going to be hitting that up too, because I'm right there.
Welcome to the grind.
Yeah, I'm right there.
That video
so
is also on our YouTube, by the way.
that one is.
Nice.
I'm going to beat Kevin there to the end of this game, by the way.
I will.
I would probably.
Well, you'll have his copy.
You're
of the
having
game.
my copy of
So,
it. You're
yeah,
definitely going to
Precisely.
win.
I would think-
Victory.
Congratulations.
Next
on
podcast, it'll be
victory.
me, guys. That's a promise.
The Lizard King strikes again.
That's what I
That's
did.
not a problem.
Have you beat it, Jake?
That's
No, I
going
haven't.
to be
I'm
maintained.
halfway done. I'm pretty sure.
Nino is definitely a lot longer than Final Fantasy 12.
Well, I mean, Final Fantasy, you can rush right through if you wanted to. It'd be like a 20-hour game.
There's a ton to do in Nino.
They
Kevin,
limit you.
You know how I play games. They
I know.
consume me.
I know.
do not stop.
Kevin, we have the next 3 days off.
But I
And
don't
have
know,
the next
like,
3 days
will
off
you
for
do
my
all the
job.
things is
So-
what I'm asking.
Yes.
Are
Have
you going to do
seen
them
me
all?
play The Witcher?
Well, you didn't do everything in Final Fantasy.
That's because I wanted to get Nino.
Oh, that's what you're after.
I will be playing Ni no Kuni Monday.
Oh.
Since I gotta
just
fix
get
my
back
car.
into it.
There
I'll
you
get
go.
right back in.
There you go.
Slap
Don't
you in the
worry.
face.
He's going to try. He's racing.
Here's a spoiler. He won't beat the final boss.
First of all,
Just like the first game, right, Jake?
we don't bring that up.
We just did.
But yeah, so I'll probably actually be doing a video on that too, or at least Jake will. We'll see.
I mean, we'll edit it. We'll talk about. How about we talk about it together?
There you go. There it is.
We'll-
Yeah.
we'll-
We'll
have a
talk
full
about
discussion.
the ending 3 months later when you beat it, just like
Kevin,
God
you're
of
gonna have
War,
to
right,
plug your
guys?
ears.
Correct.
Wow!
Right,
First of all,
how's that coming,
Pain.
guys?
It's coming.
I mean, we're the only ones that beat it, so we might as well just have them plug their ears.
Me and Jake do a spoiler cast.
Jake and I, great English.
No,
though.
me and Jake.
Wowza.
Yeah, sticking with it.
Okay, so that's it then? That's all you got?
That's all he's got.
Final Fantasy,
Madden.
Madden. Gonna be playing Nino.
Rocket League.
No.
Not lately.
Thank
no.
God.
No.
By the way,
All right.
there was a comeback in esports the other day. They were down 8-4, 10 seconds left in Rocket League. They came back and
It
won.
was 8-6.
It was
It
8-4.
was 8-6.
You're wrong.
It was 8-6.
Why are you always wrong and I'm always right?
Stop it,
It
you
was
two.
8-6. Scored the last two goals in the
All of you
final
guys-
8 seconds,
wrong.
and then
Okay.
they went into overtime.
We
That's
just gotta
great, guys.
Put them in a corner.
We'll just have to
He's wrong.
not check Google or anything. We'll just debate. We're moving on.
That
though.
would prove him
We're
wrong.
gonna move
and
on.
That's why he won't.
Before we move on, I just want to do a bit of news and back on Octopath. I don't know if you guys are aware, but it has sold over 1 million copies since its release,
I was
which
not
is
aware. That's
huge
for
fantastic.
Nintendo.
That's huge.
Not the first time you've said this on air, my friend.
I think you said that last.
Did I
time.
say this last time?
I believe
think
so.
so.
But yeah, it's always
It
great to
sounded
hear
good
about
me, man.
I mean,
It sounded good to me.
I don't know if I told
Just
you
in
guys
case you
or
guys
not,
missed it
so
last
I wasn't
time.
sure if it
Told
was
me
on
for
air
sure.
or if
I
it
don't know
was
if you just whispered
if we
it
were
to
just
me,
talking.
but
Yeah.
it's very likely.
But because of that success, they did say that they're going to be looking at making more games like this on the Switch.
That's
Hey.
great
So,
news.
bring that on.
yeah.
Sure.
Other news, we'll stay with the Switch. Dark Souls Remastered has a release date. That is October 19th, which also is my
Whoa.
birthday.
Your birthday was the most important part of what you just said out loud right there.
You just really wanted us to know.
You did.
Yeah.
That's the only reason he researched what game comes out on my birthday.
No, I thought that was pretty cool that it's coming out on my birthday. You
gonna
guys
play it?
interested in Dark Souls Remastered on the
No.
Switch?
Same
That's coming out
game.
on your birthday.
You don't
wanna
want
keep saying
you don't want mobile Souls?
I could just
No.
pop Dark Souls 1 back into my Xbox and play it.
Yeah, but then you'd have to stay in the house.
The thing
that's,
is,
that's
that
where I
it's
prefer to
gonna
be.
just
Do you
destroyed
not know where the
online
Lizard
because they're
King
going to be like,
sleeps?
oh, it's the same game, just like they did when they remastered the last one on the Xbox.
Sure. Do they think remastering
Yeah, but this
a
has,
game
like,
makes it a
The
different game?
portability. No, the portability.
No, I
Uses
mean, it's
me.
cool, yeah, but it's Dark Souls. It's
I
Chain
Yeah, but if we-
backstabs are a thing in this game.
I
Enjoy
But
it.
if we
I can
have
kind of understand
our
the
Switches
complaint, but I
together,
really disagree with it
I don't understand.
because they do sometimes when it comes to a remastered game, they will bring out a lot
but
more
they
content.
straight up told everybody ahead of time, "Hey, this is just Dark Souls. It's
Exactly.
gonna have. It's also
Yeah.
It's just graphics
It's
updates.
unpatched Dark Souls, so it's still gonna have all those broken things. That
no,
we-
they fixed all the brokenness. Like it's
No, they didn't.
no.
yeah, they did.
No, they didn't.
No,
This is the remastered version.
no, I know.
No, they didn't.
It's
like
yeah, but
rolling
they-
backstabs
they
are still in it.
maintained-
Chain backstabs are still in it. All
Right.
that stuff that made Dark Souls 1 PvP so frustrating.
Yeah, but
Still in
like,
it.
what was that one place you go to, the city underground or whatever,
New Londo?
that was totally broken and you couldn't do anything in there?
Londo.
No,
With
well,
the
yeah,
race?
they fixed those, but I'm talking about like PvP,
What do you
Oh,
mean? You
PvP.
can
like
do that.
literally rolling backstabs, chain backstabs.
It's like the Undercity or something.
Yeah,
like
you,
that.
and you fought the 4 race there.
Yeah, it was glitchy as fuck.
It wasn't glitchy. There were ghosts in the walls.
What?
There were ghosts.
I don't even know what he's saying anymore.
There were ghosts in the walls that
Do you-
attacked you. That's the whole
I'm-
point.
I'm
and you
pro-
got knocked off ledges a lot.
Honestly,
No.
if I was to buy Dark Souls,
What
I'd
did you
probably
play on?
buy it on the Switch.
What did I play on Xbox?
Oh, that's probably why.
Yeah,
Probably.
the PS servers were horrible for it, I hear.
It was so bad. You couldn't even move in there.
Maybe Set's Fortress you're talking about?
I'm
Could
not
be.
sure. I don't
No,
remember.
that's Fortress. was
Oh,
not.
probably Bogged Down.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah. That was glitchy on every console. That was
Yeah,
terrible.
that's not glitchy anymore. It's totally smoothed over. So, like, fixes like that have happened.
Woohoo.
I wonder if there's still the
A lot of people are excited for this.
No, I know it's Dark Souls.
Plus, they're
It's
coming out
awesome.
with the
It's-
amiibo.
It changed. Dark Souls literally changed gaming. It did. If you look at any RPG hack and slash right now, it's
most of the
Dark Souls
combat,
combat.
just
It's
like-
literally
exactly.
focused on rolling, dodging.
Yeah.
It's Dark
And
Souls.
I love it.
Yeah.
Just like
I just think it's really cool playing Souls on a Nintendo Switch.
Because it's mobile.
Yeah,
I think
because
if
I
I
think
was
anything
to
got
buy
on the
it-
Switch.
The
is
local
honestly-
wireless play,
Hey Jake,
You
how
don't-
about you buy Dark Souls 3 and then we can talk about you getting the first
Dark
one.
Souls
Yeah,
3
but
is
why
really
would I
good.
buy Dark Souls 3 first?
Jake,
Because-
the
They don't-
story of
they're not
Dark
the
Souls
same.
does not work like that.
No,
man.
it doesn't.
The only thing from the first game and the third game is A, the final boss uses Gwen's music, which was awesome, and B, you finally found out who
Spoilers,
Gwen's son
by the way.
was. No, none of that was spoilers.
That's not spoilers.
The music was kind of a spoiler.
Not really.
I don't
No,
think
they're not
it's
going to know.
much.
They're not going to know.
It's just
Well,
music.
Yeah, but now they know.
Okay, you're gonna
It's
hear
just-
you're gonna hear
it's
some
a
music, guys.
track.
Yeah, I mean, it's a cool touch.
All right, we're moving on. Staying with the Switch.
Spoilers.
This is the one I thought you were going to say because I was excited.
Yeah, I was
You
actually
came
gonna
at me
try
with
and
that
steer
one.
us towards this.
Well, no, I snuck that in, right? You
did,
like
yes.
that?
I'm surprised.
Staying with the Switch, it has been announced Diablo 3 Eternal Collection is coming this fall. And it's doesn't have a release date, but it's probably going to coincide with the Nintendo's online rollout, which is the second half of September. So look for it then.
That I'm excited for.
The let's see, you get the core game, the Reaper of Souls expansion, and Rise of the Necromancer pack are all part of the Eternal Collection.
Necromancer's so OP.
7 classes, 5 acts,
Yeah.
and a season's worth of demon smashing. So you get the seasons too. And Nintendo Switch actually has exclusives. You get pieces of Zelda's World in Sanctuary. It comes with the Cucco companion pet, which is a little chicken.
Mm-hmm.
The
You said
Triforce.
that wrong, by the way.
How do you say it?
Cuckoo.
Cuckoo?
It's cuckoo.
Cuckoo Companion?
That makes more sense.
That's what it is.
Cuckoo.
I visualized it in my head as he read it, and I was like, I know that's cuckoo.
What is
There's a one O. There's only one O.
It's a cuckoo.
Okay, the
Cuckoo,
Cuckoo.
maybe? But
Cuckoo?
it's not a cuckoo.
You get the Triforce portrait frame. That's pretty
That's
badass
cool.
looking.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool.
And the exclusive transmogrification set that lets your hero sport Ganondorf's iconic armor. You'll also receive unique cosmetic wings.
Wings were great in that game.
Mhm.
One of the best.
These ones are like a dark
Cosmetically.
purple aura to them. They're really nice.
What was your favorite class?
In Diablo?
Paladin.
Paladin?
Paladin
I
was
think
a
the-
Crusader, you mean?
Yeah, Crusader.
Oh, yeah, sorry. It was Crusader.
I really
forgot
like
they had to
Demon
be
Hunter
special.
because it was in like the original game, and I first played Demon Hunter. It was so good. But Necromancer was just so broken OP that I loved it. So once I got that,
We both played Necromancers together because obviously we play every game together that's multiplayer. But we played through that game so many times, and our playthrough as both Necromancers was insane.
it was so
you
fast.
just slaughtered everything.
Yeah, the Necromancer was a great addition to this.
What about you, Kev?
Crusader was also great as well.
Crusader, I think I rolled with most because of Thor's hammer.
Well, he was a
Barbarian
DLC.
was also really good.
Barbarian
the
was
classes were really good in that game. They were all very balanced. They fought well.
Except for a Necromancer.
Monk was good.
Broken strong.
I played Witch Doctor, and then I switched to Necromancer.
The lightning hammers were amazing. And they didn't call it Mjolnir, but
They
you
might as well
basically
have.
got it. Yeah.
Keep an eye out for some Diablo videos.
Yeah, we're definitely going to... Everybody here is getting that, right?
Well, we
Not on
we
Switch,
only
but
had-
I own.
Oh, that's day one for me on Switch.
Yeah.
Diablo Portable, come on. And they're having the seasons too.
Local play.
It's endless.
We only
Diablo
have
3
one
is
Switch,
endless.
so that's
Well, I'm hearing a lot of like blowback against this game because it's
Why?
an older game and it's priced at $59.99 and people are all
Yeah, but it's
upset
a
about
new
that.
console for it.
Yeah, I
Not
know,
only
but
is it a new
people
console,
are
but you're
upset
getting
about it
everything.
because it's an
And
older
yeah, they
game.
had to rebuild the game for the console.
You were literally
Yeah, they
like
did
the
too.
DLC and also
Right.
the extra characters
It's
with the
two
DLC.
You're
DLCs.
getting
Exactly.
And the
everything.
Necromancer
Plus,
pack
you're
is
getting
still
all of the
$15,
online components.
So I mean, it's
like
a
on all the
fair
other
price.
consoles, it's still the same.
I'm
It's still
the
the same
one that
price.
complains about price on everything, and
Yeah.
this is a fair price.
No, that's what I thought too. I thought it was fair. I
Now-
mean, you're getting endless play.
Not to burst the bubble.
So it ain't not a
but
Destiny play here.
When it comes to Blizzard, if you went to, let's say, the PC, the game is always on sale for $20 for everything. Almost always. So, of course, people are going to be blowing back.
PC
because
games
of
are
that.
cheaper anyway.
Almost always.
Yeah,
exactly.
they always are.
So I can see the
Get 'em in
complaint there,
bundle
but
packs and
almost
stuff.
all the time, if I went to the PlayStation 4 store right now and looked up how much it's going to cost me to buy the whole entire game, it's not going to be just $60. It's going to be
Probably more.
It's 60.
Honestly,
not with the Necromancer. That's
Yeah,
extra.
it's all one pack now.
Oh, then 60 it
Yeah.
is.
It's 60.
Yeah, but that's
Still 60.
But still,
And the Switch gives you mobile.
the Master Race assholes can't take their keyboard, mice, tower,
Mice.
mouse,
you know,
whatever.
PC gamers, I love you. And once I have a PC that can run anything, I'll get you some videos.
We're out there clicking heads. Overwatch.
Really,
I don't think
what it looks
there's
like on my
any
computer
issue
right now,
at
I'm
all.
clicking blobby splotches that are coming at me. So it's not going to work.
So definitely getting that day one.
Yeah. Diablo is so much fun.
Oh, it's so good. And they did say it's running at 60 frames. So
Don't I want to hear now? It's Diablo 4.
I was gonna say,
Quit
hopefully
remaking
this
Diablo
means
3.
Diablo 4 is coming because they can't go on another console. Can't be.
What's that on the horizon? It's coming.
yeah, they already said they're making it, but I
You ever been
think
punched in
more
the face?
importantly, what's on the
Wannabe.
what's on the horizon for Switch.
Uh-huh.
I think this is leading us to Overwatch on the Switch.
No.
Yeah,
Why
definitely.
not?
Why
If they're
not?
gonna
That's
do
an-
this.
Oh man,
One of the most
I'd be
popular
literally
MOBAs.
playing that game all the time. I could literally play it.
I think this is the test right here. Like, how many people buy this game, and Blizzard sees what their profit margin is on the Switch. how many players are there,
That excites me.
and they're going to bring it over.
Opens the door for WoW on the Switch.
That
Yeah, but that.
I don't
Guys,
see
that was
that
clear.
happening.
That was not.
It was a
It
joke.
was very sarcastic.
They said
Remember how
that.
excited we got
well,
about
they,
WoW on the
they actually
PS4
said
and then it
that.
never happened.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
That was so
They actually
cool.
said that Overwatch on the Switch is feasible,
Mhm.
but they said StarCraft 2 is not.
Well, the problem with Overwatch on the Switch is
Jake did not like that. Why did?
I mean,
if you're gonna make it crossplay before he starts his, if you're gonna make it crossplay, Sony's not gonna play along. We've
No,
already
they won't.
discovered that, so it's gonna make it a pain because it's only gonna be Xbox and Switch
PC.
players. No, PC is not.
No, they won't. You can't have PC.
It's literally your Overwatch group is just gonna be Switch. It's not gonna be anything else. And that if it's not
an
a
issue. That's just what it is on Xbox.
no, but I mean if it's not a yeah, but it's highly sold on Xbox and PlayStation at this point. It's a little bit of an older game.
a lot of people have Switches. I'm
If-
sure they'll buy it.
They're currently at 17 million sold. So,
Right, but what I'm
which,
saying is if it's not
just in case you guys are wondering if what kind of a number that is, they are directly on pace with PlayStation 4 when they launched. That just shows you how fast this thing is selling. The Switch is
well, the Switch
extremely
is two consoles in
popular.
one, which is insane.
Yeah.
It's a mobile and it's a
Actual console.
it's
and not
incredible.
only is
It
it a
just
mobile,
runs.
so it
Low
like,
FPS. Is it?
it's
the
not
only real
mobile games
drawback?
it's playing. It's playing real full.
Depends on the
games
game, yeah.
on mobile. It's insane.
true, but
It's
it's
crazy.
It's never.
I
Gonna
don't
hit
even know
the-
how it works.
the
It's
4K
so
or
insane
anything like that.
it's magic,
that
actually.
you
No.
can play a whole.
Not this generation.
It's
anyway.
magic.
I'm sure they
It's
will.
literally magic.
It has to
If
be.
If they
I
even
don't
have a
understand
mind to.
All right,
as
guys,
Nintendo, is it
relax.
really?
I love the Switch. I think it's so cool.
Me too.
I'm the devil's advocate.
I think
here.
I think Overwatch would do fine on the Switch because it's not a very taxing game to begin with.
It's very brave.
Who's
What?
been saying StarCraft like?
It's not because what I read was
Oh,
that
taxing on the system itself.
yeah,
Oh, I thought you meant on players. I was like,
yeah. I think
so many
I
people
think
sweat that.
currently on PC only 20% of players are using high-end PCs. Overwatch, you can pretty much run it on anything.
I promise you, I could not run it on my laptop.
I could run it on mine,
Yeah, you can.
Your screen resolution's higher than mine because
Yeah.
your screen is wider.
and they're all potatoes, but I could run it on mine. It's very smooth potatoes, but I can.
It
French
it
fries.
plays
like creamy mashed potatoes, right? Jay?
It would run.
Anyway,
well. It would run well.
It
on the
runs
Switch.
60 frames per
no,
second.
that
So
wasn't my.
tell me about
complaint.
your,
my
your
my thought was
StarCraft.
if you're
Just the player base.
yeah. If you,
I
if
don't
you have
understand
a
why
huge
they'd
player
complain
base,
about it.
or if your player base is
They
divided
talked
the way
over us.
that it's going to be.
'Cause
So
there's
in
no
Overwatch,
StarCraft
there are
on
the
any
tiers.
other
You know, there's
consoles
bronze,
except for
silver,
PC.
gold, plat, diamond, all the way up. Your player base by the time you're going to be diamond and above is going to be 30 players. You're going to have
Right, yeah.
all the same players over and over again.
Then you make a
What do
league.
you mean? There's 17 million Switches sold.
Yeah, it's 17 million people aren't buying Overwatch.
Yeah, I know. Say
I mean, Overwatch is extremely popular.
a
So
17th is a million copies. I mean, that's easy for a game like that.
yeah,
I don't. A million copies is not easy. Octopath Traveler hit 1 million copies.
in just a couple weeks.
Yes,
Mm.
Overwatch
Yeah,
already
but
has an
Octopath
established
Traveler was a
base,
brand new
though.
game.
God of
Octopath,
War.
that's surprising for a game like that.
Monster Hunter World hit 2.3 million copies
That's on PlayStation 4.
Yeah, 80 million sold.
Yeah.
by itself, like in the first week.
Yes.
And that was surprising for Capcom. That was their
Yeah,
number
they-
one selling game of all time.
Yeah.
Well, that was their make it or break it for them.
Yep.
They
And that-
poured all their assets in that game.
Yep, they sure did.
And it is.
Speaking of the PlayStation, just wanted to touch on their July's top downloads they released. Can anybody guess what the number one game of July was?
God of War.
Grand Theft Auto.
It is still Grand Theft Auto 5.
Oh my God.
Still.
What on earth?
You know what replaces that? Red
Nothing.
Dead Redemption 2 online.
Maybe?
Oh, you think? I mean,
I don't know.
It couldn't be just
Maybe
the
for like
same
3
company.
months and then it'll be Grand Theft Auto again.
No,
Actually,
it'll be,
for
it'll
the
be
first
Red Dead
time,
Redemption 2 online. Exactly.
for the first time since its release, God of War has been knocked off the top 10 list. Yeah,
Knocked out of the top 10.
it sold extremely well when
Well,
it
I guess
right out of the
everybody
gate,
has it
and then
already.
it's just gone.
Well, makes sense.
You know what
Everybody
surprised
bought
me the most though?
Mm.
Number 3, No Man's Sky.
Yeah, I told you
How
how
does
good
that
that
surprise
got.
you?
You know
That
who?
surprised me
you know
because
who
that was a
update
dead game,
was
man. That was
huge.
dead.
You know who bought No Man's Sky?
Was
You?
it you?
I bought No Man's Sky.
Is that a full price game?
No. I bought it for $30.
Even
No, it got so
I
good
hope
with
it's
Next.
worth it.
It's a lot better than I remember it.
Show me some gameplay later.
That'll be a YouTube video upcoming as well.
So that's what we got for news this week, people. We're going to move on to Assassin's Creed Odyssey now and talk about that a little bit. This game is Game Informer's September cover story, which they did a 14-page article. So if you guys have that, go ahead and take a look over at their website.
You can fight sharks.
You can.
Yeah.
That's my news for this.
You can basically fight anything in this game.
They do have a habit of launching 40 feet in the air and then floating back down, though. In the beta.
In the beta, at least.
So I wanted to, because Game Informer is having their exclusive cover story features, I wanted to take something from Game Informer. This is 5 ways to spend your time in Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Fighting sharks. Number
That
one.
is not. Number 1 is the
I should
war.
always be number one.
Odyssey is set during the time. Oh, I'm going to butcher this. Peloponnesian War. Did I
That
say
was
that right?
correct.
Spot on.
Spot on.
Nice.
Between Athens and Sparta.
So, yeah, that's
I think
between
that was
Athens and Sparta.
605 BC.
They're constantly fighting for control over many nation states.
588 to 605, I do believe.
Your intervention can change the tides of an individual
face
conflict,
Kevin just gave me.
but it won't win the
We're just
war.
going to move on.
Really missed out on.
Yeah.
This is a direct quote, by the way.
This isn't the kind of progress you're making here. Instead, you're working for the rewards you get along the way as you're flipping
Legendary
or defending a nation state. The world itself is a moving chessboard with 28 city-states, says
dope.
creative director Jonathan Dumont. Some are owned by Athens, some are owned by Sparta, and they wanted you to be able to pick a side at any point in the game since you're a mercenary in this game.
Sparta.
Sparta won the war, by the way.
You don't have any particular
Then the
loyalty to
earthquake
Athens
destroyed
or
them.
Sparta. So which side you choose is purely practical.
We're all obviously going to
A
be Sparta.
little bit of history lesson there.
No, you are a Spartan, but
No, I know.
No, you got tossed
I mean,
away at
we're-
birth, though.
yeah,
We're all choosing Sparta.
are we though?
Did you watch the movie 300?
Are you
Yeah.
choosing Athens?
Because we'll slaughter you online. That's what I'm telling you right now.
I'm going to need you to tender a resignation right now if you're telling me you're choosing Athens.
So once
You
you,
can
are
choose each
victorious
mission, though.
and your reward is in the bank, the nation state will eventually fall into jeopardy again, and you can continue the cycle.
That's pretty cool.
It's
Except
going to
maybe
be,
that next time the other side has more of a tempting offer.
I assume, yeah, right. So they'll show you what you get for doing which side, and then you pick.
Number 2 is sailing. Your ship is more than a means of transportation. It's your
Fighting
base
sharks,
of
like I said.
what?
It's fighting sharks, like I said. Told you it'd make it.
That's all we do.
This is actually your base of operations and a formidable weapon. The vessel's baseline power levels up with you automatically, so you won't be outgunned in regular encounters, and if you don't want to fuss over upkeep. On the other hand, for players that enjoy the naval element, you can invest additional time and resources to upgrade your ship's hull and weapons and to become a greater threat.
That is the first thing I will do.
Another way to improve your
Love
ship is through
naval
passive
combat.
boosts. So this is something that's new. This is really cool. You get passive boosts from characters you recruit. These can be drawn from multiple categories, including friends you help, mercenaries you defeat, or even regular soldiers on patrol.
You have
I
to
just
be,
want to say that's not really new. Brotherhood kind of did that. Revelations
he
kind
said
of did
news, not new.
No, I said new
You
for
said
the
no.
naval component. This is
Oh.
that.
brand
Oh,
new.
for
What are you
sure, that's
talking
new
about?
for the naval. But like the passives to your character, Brotherhood kind of dabbled.
No,
in
these
that
are
a little.
passives for the ship.
Right. But
But it's
Same-
He's
he's
saying
same
line.
the concept is
Right.
similar to that.
But they're they're repurposing it.
right.
So
Yes.
you that would mean you should go Athens for some because Athens had better naval battle capabilities.
I don't know if
than the
it's going to be
Peloponnesian
like
War.
that though.
Somehow I doubt
sure
it's
it
going to
will
be.
be.
I don't
Brett's
think
coming
it
in
will
with the
be.
Carfax.
They said that they have bonuses for your ship. These are called lieutenants, and you can have 4 that are active at the same time on your ship, but you can have a roster and collect them like Pokemon.
Hey, you know who's coming? Who's saying hello on this one? Lord of the Rings.
Like the Nemesis system?
No, not the Nemesis system. The lieutenant system, where you took over a stronghold and then you placed your lieutenants.
So he means the
The
Nemesis
Nemesis system. That's
yeah.
what you mean. Yeah.
No.
That's the
Yeah,
that's the system
that's
they
what it's
created. That
called.
was the
Yes,
mechanic
yes,
system. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Nemesis
the Nemesis system was the people that kept showing up for you.
The Nemesis
That was
system is
part
the
of
whole
it.
thing.
Yeah,
that
it's
called.
the
Yeah.
whole thing. It was the Nemesis.
This man didn't play Shadow at War.
That's because it was a trash can game, and I actually did play all of it.
It is not a trash can
Yes,
game.
it is.
You
You're
played
crazy.
the first one, not the second.
Nope, other way around.
So anyway, back to this. The naval elements don't appeal to every player, so diving deep on these features isn't a requirement. But it does offer a satisfying way to tie various activities together for those who are interested. It makes it feel like there's a connection between the land and the sea, which was what they always knew would be a challenge. They actually made the sea and land elements seamless. They're completely seamless. So at any time you can go back and forth. And they said they took a lot of time.
Odyssey was like that.
This is Odyssey.
This is Odyssey.
Origins.
Sorry, Origins. It's
Origins?
4 o'clock in the morning now, guys.
Yeah, you're right. It is. So 3 contracts and bounties. Though technically part of the war effort, contracts and quests that run in the background, they usually involve targeting particular groups or units, like killing a set number of Athenian soldiers or berserker Spartans. These are long-term quests. These are things you're going to pick up from the message board. Some you might complete within 30 minutes. Some you may not complete for 5 hours. So they're
I'm never playing the campaign in this game.
they're
Welcome
saying
to Skyrim Assassin's Creed Edition.
like-
so they're saying like
Oh my
Origins
God.
had what, like 30, 40 hours in, and then they're saying this one could be double or triple.
It sounds like it, because
That's
Origins
going to
didn't
be
have
so long.
all these systems.
Collecting and upgrading gear is number 4. The cycle of collecting loot to help you defeat stronger foes and get even better was a staple of the RPG genre. This was one of the things propelling you forward in Origins, but the concept has been expanded even more in Odyssey. One sign that your gear is even more important is that your armor now occupies specific body slots: head, chest, waist, arms, and legs. What you're wearing isn't just cosmetic like in Origins was. 5 armor slots means that you have 5 opportunities to improve your stats and create stacking bonuses. But you also aren't stuck with your equipment's innate properties, since you can engrave items with a special bonus, like improved defense or boost to certain kinds of damage. Engraving is good for enhancing what you want to focus on or making up for areas where you're weak. If your armor is really low because you're an assassin player and you're wearing more cloth gear, you're not going to be wearing the super helmeted stuff. You're going to be weaker in a fight. So maybe you want to engrave things that are going to make you a little more balanced. So there's a lot more going into.
Well, they did bring back the stealth kill
element,
so that's cool, because now it opens up to more path, kind of a path system, because you can play tank where you're wearing full heavy armor and going right in, or you can play actual assassin. So that's really cool, actually.
And the
that's
gear,
another RPG element.
It is.
Yeah.
I hope with that they let you buy materials in this game, because in the higher tiers in the last game you couldn't buy them, you had to find them. That was super annoying because
Very time consuming.
yes.
But most of the Assassin's Creed games had that similar aspect where if you wanted to get the better tier equipment, you'd still have to locate half the shit for it. So I don't think they're going to change that.
The thing with the other games is it was like find the 5 runes, open the lock, get the legendary gear.
Yep. Or
Yeah.
or at least find some of it to bring to somebody else, and they'll be like, "Yeah, I got you."
Yeah, that'd be fine with. But this was like explore every cave in the game, get the
Right.
little carbon crystals, upgrade the armor.
Which that stuff is still here, like other things, traditional side quests, assassination quests, points of interest, forts, camps, tombs, ruins,
Right.
sunken shipwrecks. That's all still here. So
When he says
You
side
still have-
quest, he means fetch quests.
yeah, pretty much. The 5th is mercenaries. The mercenary system allows you to fight challenging enemies and
Fanatic
rare
guys.
rewards. Plus, it
For
lets
sure.
you recruit powerful lieutenants to accompany you on your journey.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Can you say that one more time? Philatici?
Philatici?
A lot of guys.
I like when you say that. What is that, anyways? What's a Philatici?
Philatici were the mercenaries, or sorry, they were actually bounty hunters that chased you in Origins. That was their term. The
Have you
Latakai.
still not played Origins?
I have yet to play Origins at all.
The problem with them in Origins was that there were so few.
Yeah.
There was like a
There were
specific
eight.
Not
8.
in this.
Yeah.
Not in this. They're endless in
Well,
this.
yeah, it sounds like it, and that's what I actually.
No, they are,
I think
actually. They said
the
they're
first
endless.
time we discussed Odyssey when it was first announced. I said I need that to be like endless, or I need them to be a lot more.
This is basically the Nemesis system. When you kill one, another one comes.
That's awesome
Mm.
because they were the best way to get the best legendary gear in Origins. Well, originally in base game Origins,
And now
Was
you're
the
still getting that good loot. Plus, you're recruiting lieutenants
which is
for your ship.
So, which I wonder if you have a choice. Either you can recruit and don't kill them, and you don't get the gear,
Or
you
kill
them and you get,
Get the
good
gear,
loot.
but no
You don't get
lieutenant.
a lieutenant, yeah.
Yeah, that's a.
They're all
I'm getting all the loot.
So that was the five things from Game Informer, which was
You know
a nice
who wrote
piece.
the article for this, just to give them some respect, or is it just Game Informer?
Give them
That
some
article
respect.
was written by Joe Juba.
So thank you for that, Mr.
Thank
Yeah,
Juba.
good work.
Thank you, Mr.
And or
Juba.
Mrs. Juba.
I probably butchered his name, but he knows who he
And
is.
or her.
We
Since
shouted.
2018.
Ubisoft themselves have actually started a Vidoc series called Behind the Odyssey. Have you guys seen any of that on YouTube? So currently there are 3 episodes out. They're about 5 minutes long, and they've been releasing them on Fridays. And the first one was about the RPG mechanics, which that article basically touched on.
Mm-hmm.
The second one was about, well, in the RPG mechanics, they were talking about how your dialogue options actually can alter the story and everything. And the second one was combat customization, and they touched on the skills and how there's over 30 of them. And
31.
even when you select one, you can actually still power those up. So you're still, when you get all of them.
There's actually they showed us a lot of the skills.
Yeah, they in
So
this
the whole
in this
tree.
They
Vidoc,
are so cool.
in this Vidoc, they actually go into them and they're showing you gameplay of the skills. They'll like name it, and then you see, like they had
They're based on gods.
one of them was
That's
there
very
was a
cool.
group of enemies around him,
Mm-hmm.
and he let out like a shockwave, and they just went flying, and I was like, Jesus Christ.
Well, the assassin skill tree, the last skill is you
Branching out from
literally turn invisible.
That's pretty sick.
You're invisible.
That's really sick. But the way the skills work, though, you have to
something hurt.
your-
That's what that one is.
your
Invisible?
stamina. It's not. Maybe it's not called stamina, but there's a gauge that charges, and that's when you can unleash these abilities.
Right.
So you don't get to just use them.
But there
free
are
will.
also passive skills and things like
Yeah.
one of them is a fall damage does not hurt you anymore.
That's nice.
And they showed us a clip of it, and he jumped off a mountain and just kind of rolled to his feet. It was like, oh, no pain, nothing.
Nice. The third episode was
Which
all
you have
about.
you have to level on. There's like for these, there's tiers. So
Yeah.
the first level just reduces it. Second level reduces it by a higher percentage. Third level, you don't take any damage.
Nice.
And those are for all of the
That's
passives.
the
They have
first
those
skill
3
I'm
levels.
getting because I
Well,
jump
the
off mountains.
Active
accidentally all
skills
the time.
have levels too,
Yes,
so it's across the
but
board.
we haven't really seen those yet.
Check out this Vidoc. I'm telling you. Also, the third one is all about naval combat, and they showed a lot of combat. Man, this stuff looks awesome. And your ship actually, when you're doing, when you're about to get ran into in Black Flag, it just happened. There was nothing you could do about it. But in this one, it's kind of like you have a handbrake and you can maneuver it better,
Mm-hmm.
and you can get out of the way.
Your ship has a handbrake.
You're drifting.
It's not really
You're drifting
handbrake, but
around.
it looks like that because
Because your ship drifts.
well, no, you have that many rowers, so they can
turn you.
turn you quicker.
One side. This is a real thing.
You're not relying on the sails.
One side pushes one way and the other side pushes the other way, and it'll literally crank them around.
Yeah, it's
This was
what
a
it's
real
doing.
thing in naval combat.
and in this one, like in the other one, when
You're getting rammed.
before you get
before you
I
get
need
rammed,
to see how this is implemented because if it's just like you're about to get rammed, you just handbrake it and your guy just
no, it's
jerks.
not. It doesn't look
'Cause-
like
'cause
that. No,
Obviously, when you're rowing, you can do a quick turn, but
Yeah.
it takes time to
right.
shift
Well, before
'cause
you
you're
couldn't do
stuck with
anything.
an
There was
object.
nothing you could do
Right,
in Black Flag.
well,
In this one, you actually have opportunity to maneuver. And this also, when you're doing the ramming, and you can split them in half and then also board them while they're split.
That's cool.
Yeah. And then if the ship sinks, you actually have to dive under, and the chests are still on the ship.
That's dope.
Yeah. But if you go too deep, then you will have sharks to fight.
Fighting sharks.
And they showed a little
There
bit of
it
that.
is.
Also, they have tons of different options for the weapons on the ships. And one of them was like new additions, and they did show flaming cannonballs, which was pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. Fun fact, before Brennan started speaking, because I saw him take the deepest of breaths.
He did.
It's just a quick question.
Greek.
Go ahead. Fire.
Greek scientists actually invented the diving suit, so I wonder if that will be implemented.
As in, you don't lose your breath?
You'd have like a helmet of some sort, or like actually it was a bell that they first,
Free swim underwater?
they dropped you in a bell, and the bell would have oxygen, so you'd just swim back to the bell, and it'd be a pocket of oxygen, and
Well,
that's
that
how
was
it
in
worked originally.
Black Flag.
That was in Black Flag.
Yes, that's how you got
But that was
dropped
invented by the Greeks, which the game is based on. So I wonder if there will be a similar mechanic to where you might, if I sink a ship, I obviously can't swim all the way
you jump
down.
in there. Yeah, you do.
Right. But I wonder if there's, obviously you're gonna have to come back up to the top. I wonder if there's a way to like an upgrade on the ship that will then let you drop the bell over or something along those lines, and then you don't have to come all the way to the top to get oxygen and go back.
No, you're talking about like the landmarks, the sunken ones?
No, even the ones that
Because
you
that's
sink.
that's the ones. That's when you
where
use
you
that
use the
bell.
bell, right?
Yeah, it was the sunken.
Yeah.
landmark.
Yeah.
He's meaning
in,
like in
Black Flags,
combat
but I mean,
if it sinks.
In combat, it was just loot on the water.
No, I know. I'm talking about now, though. If they bring an element like that, because it would be historically accurate, which I know
Right,
they're
yeah.
aiming for at least a little bit.
No, well, maybe, but what they had shown was if the ship was to go under, that you actually just
Swim
in
on
Black
down.
Flag, when you boarded, it did that animation.
Yeah, be automatic.
This one, when you board, no, it's all out war, and then you
Right.
just loot the chest and you move on.
In Black Flags, you still had like kill the officers and the captain before the animation.
Yeah, you don't get that anymore.
Right.
You just
You just
You
kill,
kill 'em
everything, grab
all.
the chest and run.
It's
move
gonna be
on.
Cool to see your lieutenants fight.
Yeah. Oh, actually, that's one of the things you can actually summon them to fight. So in
Well, I
the
would imagine
in the
so.
combat one, like you were running down a beach and you hit a button and your lieutenant is summoned and they come. They come from just like off screen, and then they engage first, and then it's up to you if you want to sit there and just watch your lieutenant fight,
But they can die.
or you can
and
join.
then-
They can die.
And then they're gone.
Yeah. So it depends on which one, I guess.
Very cool.
Well, I hope to see Greek fire is one thing because that's obviously historically accurate and would be a great
Upgrade for your
naval
ship.
war weapon.
Do you know we still don't know how to make that?
Yes, I do know that. It's never been discovered. It's also called dragon fire in the Game of Thrones, but
Yeah.
Had to bring Game of Thrones into
no,
it.
it's just it's more relevant to a lot of people. So if
There's
they
also
didn't know what I was talking about, it gives them a better idea. But also, have you guys heard anything about Skull and Bones? Just real quick,
Yeah.
any news on that?
It was
Release
delayed.
date?
No,
It's
it
delayed
got
again?
delayed. Yeah.
Gotcha. That's
Till next year. Back on Assassin's Creed Odyssey, the more I'm watching like these Vidocs and gameplay of it, it just looks so stunning.
Mhm.
And nobody is talking about this game, but my hype level for it is extremely high now.
Oh God, yeah.
And the way that they're releasing content and information is fantastic, because they're starting to create a buzz all the way up until October, when it comes out on October 5th.
Well, the thing about its hype level is they kind of sprung it out of nowhere and were like,
Yeah, they
"Hey,
did.
Guys, look at this.
Yeah.
Boom. It's coming out in
And
4
like
months.
nobody's talking about it as far as game of the year goes, but I think it needs to be at least there.
Notice.
I don't know. Assassin's Creed games are hard to.
Assassin's Creed has a better shot to beat God of War than Red Dead Redemption.
No,
That's
it does
terrible.
not.
Yes, it
You're
does.
crazy.
That is
100%.
the worst
No
take
way.
I've ever
100%.
heard.
That is
That
awful.
is awful.
200%.
You're,
Anyhow,
you're looking at me to confirm this.
He will.
he
No, I don't need
disagrees.
anybody to back me.
No
It's
way.
100% accurate.
But
No.
yeah, I don't, maybe just because it's like a new
No.
venture for them. Because Origins, was
You're
like a
talking
start,
about
but-
Rockstar. You're talking
Oh,
about the
no,
guys
no,
that
that
take
was-
their time
that
to
was
make
his
video
thing.
games. This is their first game on next
Are
gen.
you bad mouthing Ubisoft?
No, I'm just saying
Yeah, but
what
you're
you
saying
said.
like
Okay,
they're not
Rockstar is
comparable.
better company. 100%. I would say that.
That's bold.
No, this is a
Rockstar's
company
created
that
2
has
games
enough
in the
money
last
that they can
fucking
take
5
as
years.
much time as they want to develop a
and
game.
they're still the number one selling.
So
downloaded
when
game.
they
Yeah,
have
it's
this
just GTA
time to
Much
take
stupid.
when they have this amount of time to create a game,
Mhm.
they can do all the little things that other companies can't do because they have to pump them out. Where Rockstar, they don't. So they have the core game done, and then it's time to focus on the little things.
I'm
Like
telling you that
when a
Assassin's
rock hits
Creed-
another rock and rolls down, it looks like a fucking avalanche of pebbles
CD
because
Projekt
they
Red's still
do
better.
the physics,
Project.
because they have the time to
Can't even
do
say
all
the
that.
name right.
When their boots, like you saw that gameplay video where their boots are touching the mud, it looks like it's squishing mud because they have the time to do these things. They don't have to just pump a game out.
I'm hearing what you're saying, and I'm still saying Assassin's Creed has a better chance.
It's,
You're insane.
no, that's terrible. Anyway, I don't.
I need a.
Well, I'm actually glad you said that because that means that you are bringing this game to
I
the
want
table.
this earmarked for when I'm right. And
So you're saying
I'm just
Assassin's
gonna
Creed
look
is
at
going to
all
be
of you.
game of the year?
Because all of you,
Is that your? Is that
Is
what
that
you're
your
saying?
prediction? Assassin's Creed is game of the year.
Say it.
I'll go with that. Yeah, I'll take that.
That's terrible.
If they-
that choice.
So
I'm not going to say
So
he's
we talked,
wrong
we
because
talked about Red Dead Redemption last week, and I didn't think that it would beat God of War. The reason that I didn't think that was because it was kind of a niche market, is Western, and Jake doesn't like Westerns. A lot of
Jake is the only person I've ever met who doesn't like. It's not niche. Western is huge in America.
Yeah, it's humongous.
No, I
It's
agree.
a family thing. I don't really
I
like
don't
Western.
think
this
it's
thing
gonna be
is
God of
going to
War.
be.
However,
It's a Rockstar game. It's just
we can say that all you want. It is
This
a
thing is
Rockstar
gonna
game.
sell, man.
Rockstar
This is
be
gonna
awesome.
sell.
Yes, I agree with you. I didn't think it would beat God of War, just because of God of War's name.
Let's just be realistic. The game
Assassin's
of the year
Creed's
is gonna
got a
be
big name.
Octopath Traveler. Let's just say that.
Assassin's Creed
that's a
has
worse
the
take than
name
that one, honestly.
behind
Wait.
it.
It does.
That Red Dead Redemption.
Red Dead has a
Not
huge
bad.
name behind it.
Red Dead won Game of the Year.
Yeah,
Yes.
With its
How
original
long
game.
ago was
it has
that?
Rockstar behind it.
2010 is when Red Dead the
I
Redemption came out.
the-
don't think you're correct.
So
No, I am. You can Google it.
God of
2010.
War was game changing for the linear storytelling aspect of games and action. Got Red Dead Redemption 2 could if it's on a level that's game changing for open world games,
May 18th, 2010.
there's no way
Official
it
release.
doesn't win.
It doesn't win.
There's no way. If it's really at the level where
So
you're
the
getting
5
quests
things you just
by
labeled for me for
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed are insane.
Yeah, that's true, but they still are stuck in a formulated structure
Right.
No, they're not.
that is the structure of current open world games. If Red Dead
This was
Redemption
Red Dead
2
Redemption.
breaks that structure and gives us something brand new for open world, there's no way it loses. That's
What-
groundbreaking.
They're only going down.
And we're not even talking about
from
how good it
Assassin's
looks.
Creed because they don't have a loot system.
What?
So Red Dead is only going to be going down from. Okay, Red Dead obviously has its pluses. Assassin's Creed doesn't have an online, which makes it.
No, I'm talking about the way
Red
the
Dead
open
has
world
different
mechanics
weapons, by the
work.
way. You get new weapons.
Yes,
I'm talking about the
I
way
know, but not on
open
a
world
level that
mechanic
is Assassin's
itself
Creed,
works,
what
like
they're
how you
giving
get your
us.
quests, what you
so-
do in
5
them.
pieces of armor.
You're right. You do loot bodies, though. It's just money because you're in the West. You're not wearing armor.
Right,
You're
and
wearing
I'm saying
clothes.
that
And you do get new outfits.
this
It's
is a
just-
Yeah, I'm
bigger
not saying
market
you're
than what
you're
Red
comparing
Dead will.
RPG elements. I'm just talking about open world.
No, I know what you're saying with the questing and all of those
Yeah.
levels, but they both have so on a comparison level, they both have like a home base. You have the camp in the Red Dead, you have the ship in Assassin's Creed. What I'm saying is that they have more options. Okay, so you look at you're kind of on a linear path inRed Dead.
No, it's totally open
No.
world.
What I'm saying is
There's no
you're
linear
not,
path
you're
to
not
it.
claiming cities. You're not. You're
Oh,
not
you
choosing
can take
sides.
Yeah,
towns.
you can do that.
Right. It doesn't impact the story. It's
No,
not.
it does.
We don't know
your
that.
Story
No, you
is
do
not
know that.
changing
They said
depending
that
on-
your choices determine who Arthur is.
That's not going to impact your campaign, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know if it will.
I don't think it will.
Okay, so what you're referring to is character
have a
growth
linear
in comparison to story growth. Taking over a city in Red Dead Redemption might not actually impact the story as it continues.
It'll
just
impact your character,
but
not the story of the game.
Are we?
Yeah, I get it.
Creed
I get that.
Story changes based on what you decide.
And depending on who you choose,
Which Athens, Sparta, an actual historical war, is based on your hero's choices.
True, to an extent.
Right.
Because they said that even though you're making these choices, the same scenario is going to reoccur, and then you
Correct.
can choose the other side.
Correct.
Right.
So with
this
that
is
logic,
just a
it's
reward. Is the only difference.
With that logic, your choices aren't really mattering either.
Well, no, because if I'm a true purist and I'm not I'm obviously greedy, so I'm gonna be like, okay, well, Athens is offering me this time, so I'm gonna go get it. But if I'm gonna be a true purist and I want Sparta to win the war, I'm gonna make Sparta win the war, and I can have that choice.
This doesn't affect the war. This is just for the reward system. This doesn't have any like the taking the city states. They just deteriorate. It doesn't
It's still
affect the
separate
story.
from the story.
Correct. But your character determines who wins the war.
We don't know that.
We don't know that.
so
That's
We
what
just
I've
know
taken
choices matter. They've
Yeah.
said, which is the same
I'm
thing
telling
Red
you.
Because
Dead
there's
said.
dialogue
That
choices
is-
now,
Right.
which is a first for Assassin's Creed,
I mean,
which is still following the same
telling you.
structure that it already
It has a
exists.
better chance to beat
But-
God of War than
All I'm saying is this.
Red Dead.
I'm not going to say something has a better
I'm
chance
saying
than
it's going to
another.
win Game of the Year.
But I will say
And
this.
I'm saying that it's, like you mentioned, it doesn't have the hype. It's going to blow everybody away.
This is what I'm going to
It's
say.
going to come out of nowhere like a shark coming from the great depths of the
40
Mediterranean
feet into the
Sea.
air.
Red Dead Redemption 2, best-selling game for the next 5 years.
Oh my God! Why?
I
you
don't
know
say
about
such
that.
Stupid things.
I
That's
don't know about
literally
that.
not.
You know, the
correct.
sad thing is,
I don't know if it even.
GTA
I don't know if
Online,
it beats
same
GTA.
thing.
It's not going to be GTA.
I see it,
GTA
no
is
problem.
still played and is still in the number one. Because
Number
it's
one
GTA,
again.
because you can do.
I don't know if it.
You can.
I don't know if
go
it
kill
overtakes-
This is the same thing,
It's
but
not.
in the Wild West.
Yeah,
It
but
won't be. It won't be that.
that's the
same.
thing, though.
Maybe people are
Like
less
will-
hyped for the Wild West
mini
Yeah.
than
games
I
and
am,
things.
Yeah.
but
I think with what's going on between these two very different games, what you were saying about choices mattering and stuff, that has been a staple of role-playing games for quite some time,
D&D.
at least in the sense of talking about it, like your character reacting to certain things, and that continues forward. But bringing it to an Assassin's Creed game, that's huge, because it's not, that never mattered. You could say one thing and maybe not, avoid a fight, but most of the time the story is supremely linear.
No, the choices do matter this time, though.
Yes, that's the cool thing about this new Assassin's Creed. Do I
the
Yeah.
thing is, we don't know how much that matters.
Goaty.
agreed?
Is
Right.
it going to give me a different cutscene?
Just like
Is
Are
it
you
just
going to get
be a
multiple
slightly
endings?
different ending?
Are there multiple endings? We don't really know.
there were multiple endings in.
We already know that
3?
your gender that you select impacts the story.
I think
We do know that.
you have 2 endings in 3.
So there's at least 2 endings in the game.
Yeah.
Because
Is it
you
3?
have
Yeah, we don't
male,
know.
female.
Where's it? No, it's
No,
Assassin's
we
Creed.
know
That's
that.
just
That's
sex
confirmed.
based.
No,
ending.
it's
we don't know if that's
Brotherhood.
Like,
You have 2 endings, but
But we don't know, like, what the choices are giving us. Are we looking at choices like Detroit Become Human level? Or are we looking at choices
Well,
less?
that whole game was just choices.
It was all
I doubt
choice.
It's just I doubt
So many
it's that
outcomes.
in-depth because it's actually a game and
Not just a walkthrough.
not a
Not a walking
not a
simulator.
walking simulator. I guess.
Adventure game is the genre. It's not for everybody. But they do sell extremely well, most notably
Connor.
Telltale's Walking
Quick
Dead
step.
series.
Telltales in general.
Hello, Brennan.
Usually they're free. Like
my
they
name is
should be.
Connor.
That was spot on.
Anyway,
I'm an Android.
this is. I see what
Cyberman.
you're saying, but you're not understanding what I'm saying. This is. I'm going to lay this out for you now.
You're saying that they're going to
No.
break the mold.
I'm
for
telling
RPGs.
you. Let me say what I'm going to say.
He said open world, not RPG.
I said open
just to
world.
clarify.
So what I mean by that, I'm going to give you an example, and then I hope it's real, because then we are truly seeing the next level, next gen, whatever you want to call it. So currently, you get your quests, you do the quests, and that's it. Then you can go and get more and do them. And in open world games, we tend to we label them fetch quests.
Mhm.
kill quests, stuff like that.
Right.
They don't mean anything. It's just content for us to play the game.
Right. Added extra hours, whatever.
By changing the open world mechanic, you go into this town. You meet this person. They have said that the characters in this game, the NPCs, the AI, they are living beings similar to like Skyrim was and Oblivion was, where they had their own
Schedules
to follow and they did their own things. But it's at another level now. So you go in there and you start talking to somebody and they know who you are or they don't know who you are, and you start to conversate, and then through conversation something happens where you go and you get a quest that way, and you go and complete it, and you come back and you further your relationship with this person, and then others are starting to affect it, and you're actually affecting the community. No, this doesn't happen in any game.
It is
What?
Assassin's Creed.
No.
They've already- So this in Assassin's Creed, if I do a quest for, or if I don't, or if I do a quest for this person,
But
that impacts their relationship
all
with me.
But then it
main
resets.
characters.
No,
Yeah.
right.
Or
So
it's
I see what you're saying.
pre-written. Like, this is open. You go to this one specific town, and you are starting to have these relationships with these different characters.
I don't think we're at that level yet that you're thinking.
I think we are.
I think it's been happening for a while, actually.
I think we are there. And I think if somebody's going to do this, and it's not CD Projekt Red, it's Rockstar.
It's gonna be CD.
It's going to be CD. I can't
CG?
Say the name.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
It's 4:30 in the morning. I
I'm
forget.
I think it's definitely going to be Rockstar in Red Dead Redemption 2, which
I hope
is
so.
why, if this is a groundbreaking open world game, it will win.
Even
Because I don't think anything else is going to be able to beat God of War, honestly. But I think other games need to be mentioned.
What you just told me about Assassin's Creed
Brings it to the table,
Game
but
of the
does it overcome what God of War has done
The
for
epic story.
the linear action game? Because that's groundbreaking what they've done. And I haven't even finished the game yet, but I've played enough of it to know how much
get
it
on
has
that.
changed.
You should probably get on that. Now it's been like, I don't know,
6 months.
15 weeks at least.
Yeah, I'm going to finish it, guys, but
Because remember,
where I am, you can see what it has
Right.
done for
Because-
the genre, which hasn't been done
we're
before.
at 15 podcasts, and the time that he
As
mentions
far
he's
as
playing
I
it.
don't know what Jake's going on about, even if Red Dead 2 is just keeps the mold, but it's a fantastical game, like it's gonna be
Fantastical.
fantastical,
Fantastic.
fantastical game,
Fantastical.
like it's gonna be regardless of what they do with it. I still think it's gonna win. Just what they've shown so far.
Assassin's Creed.
I don't think Assassin's Creed has a chance.
I hope
honestly.
Assassin's Creed is at least in the
In the
honorable mention
category?
list, yeah. Because, one, it's a great series, and two,
That's, I think, what
just the
tips
work
the
they've
scales
done
in
on
its
this
favor.
iteration
On
is fantastic.
I mean, let's not forget
It
there are
looks so
unsung
good.
heroes of this year too, like Monster Hunter World. They might still be a contender as well.
No.
Are you sure? Because
Yeah, don't
constant
say it.
content
I don't know.
creation.
Yeah, they're like a live service. They've added
100%
so much
everyone
content.
continuously
Crossovers
keeps
with
playing
Final
it.
Fantasy. I agree. I don't think they're going to win it.
I don't think so either.
But I think they should be a
Honorable mention?
I think they're
Absolutely.
definitely going to be one of those things they're going to notate. At least I think they're going to be part of the top 5.
Capcom went from basically bankruptcy because of how much they put into this to now flourishing. So
They're able to do anything now. Yeah, it could be.
I'm saying neck and neck, God of War, Red Dead 2,
I'm going to
and I'm giving it to Red Dead.
I'm going to give it to God of War.
It's not even out yet, man.
I
You
don't
can't
care.
do that.
I'm
You just can't give it to it.
Already giving it to it.
This is too early for us
If
to
it's
have this
even-
conversation.
The vote has
A
been made.
tenth of the emotional feel the first game got out of me, which really doesn't happen with video games very often.
that's a lie.
Black Flag, notwithstanding, because that game
I actually
punched me
bawled.
right in my heart.
Did not play Black Flags.
Never
Watched
played
Brennon
Black
play it
Flag.
and bawled at the end.
That was a great
It
game.
was such a sad ending.
It was.
But, I mean,
So was
slight
Red Dead.
spoiler for the 2010 game. When John died, that was the most painful experience in my life.
He was 13 years old.
I was very young at the time, to be fair.
Literally 13.
It was crushing.
It Kevin was a grown man at the time.
Kevin was
It was.
52 years old.
It was crushing.
And then I had to
Fantastic
play
game.
as his son, and man, did I hate that because I hated his son. I want to read, trying to take over the Wild West.
So we went way off the rails with that one, but we did give you a lot of info for Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which we are very, very pumped for. More so than I had figured we were, considering one person has already given it Game of the Year.
I think it's there.
But we didn't actually have time to get to Pokemon Let's Go, which we'll cover that in the next episode. But for now, that is our show, everyone. Don't forget, you can follow us on Twitter and on YouTube. Head over to tsgg.online and check out our articles. You can also submit questions for our panel. Finally, if you want to help us make better content, please consider going over to patreon.com/tsgg and become a subscriber. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.
See y'all next time.
See ya.
Have a good day.